Hi everybody, Dr. Jen here. Gratitude is such an interesting skill because it has the power to prime our brain to see more positives. And this is so important for well-being because our brains can only take in a small amount of all the things that cross our paths in a day. We just are inundated with information. Our brain will select out the pieces of information that it thinks are most important. And often what happens in our brain is that there's a bias towards negative. So our brain will select out more of the negative pieces of information than the positive. And it does this to help us survive those life and death situations. Of course, we want to be on high alert if there's a tiger, and that's more important than whether a friend does something kind for us. And so our brain naturally selects out those negative pieces of information. And in order to outweigh that, we need to add more positives because on a day-to-day basis, that negativity bias can actually have a really detrimental effect on our day-to-day well-being and our child's day-to-day well-being. So bringing the focus back to gratitude, practicing that skill by sharing every day, around the dinner table, something you're grateful for, or starting a gratitude journal, or a bulletin board in your kitchen where you pin up all the different things that come across your path that you're grateful for. These are great ways to keep the brain focusing on some of those positives that they need to outweigh the negatives and to keep our brains in a more positive state for our day-to-day lives.